So created another function which is basically say hello. Every function always takes in either an argument or it would be empty argument. So if we created a function called say hello, and the whole purpose of that function is to basically say hello, the way we will do that is that we'll create it like so. Type the word function and then type say hello like so, and we open the code block brackets. So these are curly braces are like the actual body of that function, and we can close the curly brace again, so that in between here is the magic that will happen to quote or print the hello statement. So we could do that by saying something like echo, and every time we type say hello, it would just say hello. Very simple. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make this function slightly a bit more interesting. The way we're going to make this function more interesting is to add arguments. Now arguments is basically values that this function will actually take. So what we're going to do, we're going to put a name. So basically this function will take in a name, and then it would say hello plus the name. Now to say hello and name, what we do is to concatenate like we previously explained. So we put a full stop and then we put the dollar name. So basically what would happen, whatever value is passed in here, it will be printed out there. Now every time we say hello, we have to give it an argument or a value in the form of a string. In this case we're going to put in a name such as Ahlam. Ahlam basically means dream. So we pass the name Ahlam into this function, and it would say hello Ahlam. To make it nice and clean, we put a little space, so there's a space between the hello and the name. And what that will print out, once we execute this command or this statement, it would actually say hello. So this will be the output. So that's covered now. How about if we wanted to add two arguments into the function? We could do the same way, like same thing, but this time we separate it with a comma. So if we do a comma and we put surname just there, then it will say first name and then surname. So what we need to do is we need to pass in here two values, and it's expecting two values, otherwise it would fail. So we put Ahlam Kebab. So there's now two names that's being passed, and here what would happen, the output would be hello Ahlam Kebab, and it will do that. So that's a very simple little explanation of functions. We showed you how to create a function, pass two arguments, and then print or use the argument itself. There is a little mistake that I did. I've just noticed it just now. I'm only passing the name, I'm not passing the surname. So what I need to do is I need to pass the surname as well. The way I'll do that is to put another full stop, and this time we put dollar surname. Now the output isn't going to look as neat as this. What it's actually going to do, because there's no space between the two words, so it will actually concatenate and it will be one word. So it would actually appear like that. If I wanted to make a space in the middle, I could do it in different ways. I can either do a concatenate and make a little space in between like that, or I can make a space at the end here, or a space in the beginning of the last surname. I think this way is much neater. So if you do that, you concatenate again a white space and then print the surname, and that will give you the output like so. So that's a quick introduction into functions.